Hello and welcome to another edition of Tudor Talks. I'm Gabe Tudor, proud superintendent at Worcester City Schools, and today we're actually outside here at the baseball and softball facility with Athletic Director Alex Malou to talk about some exciting developments for our baseball and softball program. So obviously we can see that we've got some construction equipment behind us, so what's going on here, Alex?
Yeah, well, appreciate you having me on Tudor Talks here to talk about our exciting baseball and softball field improvement project that really launched about 2 years ago, and we formed a committee a couple years ago to explore the options of putting infield turf on our baseball and softball fields. For a variety of reasons, we wanted to do this. A main one being springtime in Ohio is certainly a difficult time, especially Northeast Ohio, to play baseball and softball and to get as many games in as we can. We have a 27-game schedule. A lot of times we don't play near that number of games because of rainouts and weather and various things like that. So that was a big reason the main reason to give our student athletes the best experience as possible while they're with us. And for other reasons as well. I mean, this is a big impact to the community if we're able to get baseball and softball infield turf down, as we can host summer tournaments that bring in players and teams from around the state and around the country. And then in turn, those individuals are eating at our restaurants, they're staying at our hotels, they're shopping at our local shops. So really a big impact community-wise as well. So we formed this committee a couple years ago, explored the options, got some pricing and quotes, and with the blessing of Worcester City Schools, we were able to move forward with that. Took us, once we started fundraising, probably about a year in total, maybe a little over a year, to raise the funds needed to get to where we needed to get to move forward with the project. And we do thank all our private donors for that, big and small. We had donations as small as $20. We had donations as large as $100,000+. So we thank all our donors that helped us get to where we needed to get to make this project possible. And as you said, Mr. Tudor, now you can see the construction equipment's on site, and we're ready to move forward with the project. So really, we're very excited about it. It's something, again, that's going to be a positive for our student athletes and our coaches. It's going to allow them to play more games. It's going to allow us to host bigger events that in turn has a very positive impact on the community. And it's something that we're very excited about on both our baseball and softball infields.
Yeah, well, we definitely are as well. And when you talk about the fundraising, it just amazes me how generous our community is and how much they rally together for our kids. What was the overall dollar figure that was raised in just a couple of years by our community?
Yeah, so we had kind of two kind of projects going on here. One I talked about was the infield turf, and that was the big kind of part of this project. That was a little over $525,000 that was raised from our community. And then as well, I'd be remiss if I didn't thank Worcester City Schools for their ability to and their willingness to purchase all new fencing for our facility here as well. So when you take the fencing piece of this project and the infield turf, it was over $700,000 of total project dollars. So really, again, if not for our community members and donors and businesses that gave, this wouldn't have been possible. As well as Worcester City Schools pitching in for the new fencing, it was certainly going to make this both facilities look just fantastic when it's done.
Yeah, we're so excited about this project for our kids, and yes, we did use some dollars here from the school district to contribute to the project, but would not have been possible without the generous donations that we received. Last thing on this here is, so we've got equipment out here. What's our timeline?
Sure. So once we do start digging here at the facility, it's we were told about 4 weeks on baseball. They're going to start here at the baseball field, as they can't really do both simultaneously just because of manpower and equipment. So when they start at baseball, it's going to take about 4 weeks. A major part of the time that it takes is the digging and drainage and excavation to kind of get underneath to dig everything up.
Yeah.
And then once the turf goes down, that takes just a little over a week. So it's about a 4-week process here at baseball, and then they're going to move over to softball, and it's about a 3-week process from there, as the square footage is a little smaller than the baseball infield. So the plan is to have it all completed by the start of baseball and softball season in the spring, but about once they start digging, it probably takes about 2 months in total for everything on both to be done.
And then obviously, as soon as we talked about when that is finished, then the fencing will go in, as that's all part of the plan to get us started
Sure.
for
Yep.
our spring sports. So we're really excited about that. And actually what's amazing is this isn't the only project that we have to talk about, as actually we're going to move over to Follis Field now and share another project that's just recently been completed and also is due to the generosity of our community. All right, well now we are over at beautiful Follis Field, and we're standing in front of our brand new scoreboard that we just got installed here a few months ago. Really the reason for a new scoreboard, sure, was it is wonderful how nice this one looks, and that's an advantage, but we were starting to have a lot of technical issues with our previous scoreboard, and you got to have a scoreboard to play the game. So Mr. Malou, tell us again, another great example of community involvement here. Tell us a little about how this came to fruition.
Sure. So as you said, Mr. Tudor, you know, over time we have 30-year-old board out here. It was as old as the field was here, and over time it was starting to deteriorate, not just in the look of it. You know, we had certain signage starting to fall off, things like that, but the functionality of it really started to go downhill pretty quick. We'd often have a service team come out and look at it, and the answers were starting to become, we don't make the parts for that anymore because the board's sold. So at that point, we started discussions on how we can improve our scoreboard out here at Follis Field. We reached out to Daktronics and started to get some ideas, some quotes on what a new board would cost, and you know, came across this board, a very nice LED board with a nice kind of score piece on the bottom there as well, which allows for a lot of different things. I mean, obviously we can do video and a lot of cool things at our football games, soccer games, lacrosse games, all our home events out here on the track, but also allows for cool opportunities at events like graduation and other non-athletic events to be able to use the board. So it's really a multi-purpose board, not just for athletics, but we found that was a really cool, I think, kind of idea, and a really cool thing for our community and our kids. So from there, Worcester Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram was gracious enough to want to get involved to pay for part of the board, and similar to our baseball and softball project, we would not have this board right now if not for the generous help of Worcester CJDR. So they were gracious enough to get involved and helped us purchase this board, and now we have a very nice brand new scoreboard out here at Follis Field.
Yeah, we're so thankful for their generosity, and I think it fits really great in this beautiful facility. And so a lot of exciting things happening here with Worcester Athletics.
Yes.
All right, well, thanks for taking part in this with me today, Mr. Malou. And do you have any additional things to share with us today?
Go Woo!
Yeah, all right, sounds good. Have a great day.